7 John Maxwell solid leadership advice for students and young people. One night, 4 college students were out partying late night and didn't study for the test scheduled for the next day. In the morning, they thought of a plan. They made themselves look dirty with grease and dirt. Then they went to the dean and said they had gone out to a wedding late night, and on their way back, the tire of their car burst and they had to push the car all the way back. So they were in no condition to take the test. The dean thought for a minute and said they can take the retest after 3 days. On the 3rd day, they appeared before the dean. The dean said that as this was a special condition test, all 4 were required to sit in separate classrooms for the test. They all agreed as they had prepared well in the last 3 days. The test consisted of only 2 questions with a total of 100 points. Question 1, your name, which was 1 point. Question 2, which tire burst, which was 99 points. Now here are the options: front left, front right, back left, back right. You can guess how the story turned around. Advice number 1. The greatest day in your life and mine is when we take total responsibility of our attitude. That's the day we truly start growing. John C. Maxwell. John Calvin Maxwell is an American author, a speaker, who has written over 50 books, primarily focusing on leadership. As of 2012, he has sold more than 20 million books in his career. He is one of the most sought-after leadership experts of our time. He has devoted his life work to writing and speaking on leadership. Today, let's look at 6 more John Maxwell's advice for students and young people. Number 2. A great leader's courage to fulfill his vision comes from the passion, not position. When Thomas J. Watson changed the company name from Computing Tabulating Recording Company (CTR) to International Business Machines Corporation (IBM) in 1924, he was not thinking about where the company was at the time. He was thinking of where it was going. International. Nothing great is ever achieved without an inner drive to bring a vision to reality. Most people who want to get ahead do it backward. They think, I will get a bigger job, then I'll learn how to be a leader. But showing leadership skills is how you get the bigger job in the first place. Leadership isn't a position, it's a process. It takes courage to lead people into the future you envision, and courage is an offspring of passion, not position. Number 3. The sheer act of listening speaks volumes that even a great speech can't communicate. Along with being one of the most important leadership skills, listening is also one of the most underrated. To become a better listener is the first step towards getting others to really hear you. There is no quicker way to earn respect as a leader than being slow to speak. You would not know what is important to people unless you ask and listen to the answers. If you prove to be a leader who solicits feedbacks and pays attention to what's being said, you will earn connection and your followers will respect the guidance you give. Number 4. Whether you are 11, 42 or 65, your attitude towards life is still under construction. It's never too late for a person to change his attitude. If habits are learned, they can be unlearned, and new ones can be developed at any moment in your life. You have the power to decide to change for the better. The best time to plant a tree was 100 years ago. Guess what the next best time is? Today. Start developing positive habits today. Number 5. When people respect you as a person, they admire you. When they respect you as a friend, they love you. When they respect you as a leader, they follow you. Your personality may get people to like you. It's your leadership ability that will make them follow you. Leadership attract followership. Number 6. All true leaders have learned to say no to the good in order to say yes to the best. You have to say no to acceptance and yes to excellence. No to immediate pleasure and yes to personal growth. No to temporary financial gain and yes to future potential. No to scattered interest and yes to narrow focus. No to security and yes to significant. Every true leader learns to say no to the good in order to say yes to the great. Start saying no to the things that don't serve your vision. Number 7. If you can handle today correctly, tomorrow will take care of itself. Imagine your friend was lost in a desert. He is almost dying of thirst, but alas, he sees a spring of water a few miles away and summoned his last reserve of strength to get to it. It was indeed a spring of fresh water, so large that he cannot finish it in a lifetime. But there he was, frustrated and staring at the water. He's almost giving up the ghost. When asked what the problem was, his response was, "I was dying of thirst, but there is way too much water here in this lake to drink. No matter what I do, I cannot possibly finish it all." His response may sound confusing, but that's how most people go through life. They want to figure out the whole picture at a time and develop anxiety, depression, and fear of the unknown as a result. You don't need to drink the whole lake to quench your thirst. You simply take one sip at a time. Challenge yourself to focus solely on the task at hand, one day at a time. That's all life is. Small positive actions that you take moment by moment, and then one day it all adds up to something worthwhile. Something far better and different than what you had imagined when you started. That's what people call overnight success. Everything rises and falls on leadership. John Maxwell. What's one thing you are taking away from this video? Tell us in the comment section below. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share with someone. If you are yet to subscribe to our channel, this is likely a good time to subscribe. Until next time, your success matters.